Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Oblay, Onyx Player, of course. It's been a minute since I did one of these. Well, not really compared to the last one I did. Anyway, guys, before we get started, hope you guys had a good week because I have a lot to tell you guys have been going on in my life so far. Also, I guys just got Chinese food across the street. They gave me a free egg roll. Those people over there love me. And as you can tell by my background, I'm at my mom's house. Unfortunately, by myself because my mom's at my grandmother's house, and I was playing why in a feud. So let me tell you my week. First and foremost, I plan on coming to my mom's house this week. It's actually going to come tomorrow, which is Thursday. Today is Wednesday. However, over the weekend, my roommate, those who know who he is, that's great. But those who don't know, I'm going to keep it quiet because I don't want to put too much out there. My roommate got sick at first. And, he stayed away from me. I stayed away from him. We really minimized our contact with one another because I didn't know he had COVID or just a regular cold. Either way, I kept my distance because I had work. He had work too, but he had to take off work, obviously. And I have other obligations to people, and I can't risk getting sick, especially possibly getting COVID. I'm trying to see if I can change my set. Hold on. I know she has another light here. Perfect. I just want to put on another light. Perfect. Much better. Okay, so, for those who care, my roommate ended up getting sick over the weekend, and I kept my distance. And a few days later, he goes to get checked out at City MD, and he finds out he has COVID. And he tells me, as soon as I go from work, he's like, Onyx, unfortunately, I'm not just regular sick. I got COVID. So oh my God, I have to go get tested. So I go to the City MD myself. So I go to City MD myself. Wait in line. You have to wait in line. You can't just go in. There's so many people trying to get COVID tested. Unfortunately, I got there just as they did the cutoff, so they did not see me. But I'm like, my head, no, I need to know my status. I end up catching COVID, or am I okay? Because I did stay away from him, but because we live in the same apartment, that shit travels. That shit's here. So I go to Mount Sinai for my New Yorkers out there who know what I'm talking about. I go to Mount Sinai. I'm there for about an hour, maybe even less than that. They do the tube in my nose, the Q-tip in my nose and everything. And they tell me in 12 hours, I'll know if I also caught COVID or am I good. So in the morning time, first of all, I never had symptoms. So only reason I got checked out because my roommate ended up catching COVID. That's another reason why I'm at my mom's house, because I had to get not in a fucked up way, but I had to get away from him ASAP, because even though I was negative, had I stayed there, I could have caught it. So I'm so hungry, y'all. I ain't had lunch today. I know I don't eat lunch at work anyways, but after work, I had to go help my friend in my old neighborhood with some moving around her stuff in her apartment. Then I had to come right back home and pack up and come to my mom's crib. So after now, I get my results in about 13 hours. Not 13, I would say about 14 hours I get my results. But I already knew I was good. So this morning, I kind of lied to my friends. And I do regret that. Thank God I just knew I didn't have COVID. But because they were kind of worried, because they were like, Onyx, did you get your results yet? In my head, I'm like, I honestly don't think I got COVID because I don't feel no symptoms. But at that time, I really didn't know 100%. I was going on gut instinct, just what I felt in my heart that I didn't have COVID. But then I got my results 2 hours later. I did not have COVID as I thought. But honestly, for those who do the test, wait till you get your results before you just tell people. But they were kind of nervous, and I didn't want to deal with that chaotic thoughts plus my own chaotic shit. So I was like, no, I'm good. I'm negative, which I was. But at that time, I didn't know I was going by gut instinct. That thing, if COVID is serious, you really should not go on gut instinct. But anyways, moving on. So now I'm here at my mom's crib, while my roommate spends at his place, where I live at his place too. he's going to spend a couple of days recovering because he already had a week while we were around each other. That time he wasn't full blown sick yet. He was just starting to feel like, okay, he couldn't smell things. It was hard for him to he started coughing a lot more than usual because he does smoke. He was coughing a lot more than usual. So he's like, honest, I don't feel well. Excuse me. So he's like, I kept my back. I stayed away from him. He stayed away from me. Now, which brings me to my next point. Due to the fact that my PS4 is where my roommate lives at, I couldn't bring with me. Plus, my mom doesn't like nothing, no games hooked up to our TV. Let me show y'all. We can do a little tour, nothing crazy. This is my mom's TV, and she doesn't want stuff hooked up there. So I'm like, okay, mom. So that means, I'm a grown-ass man, and I probably buy my own TV for my mom's house in the future. I'm such a mama's boy. This is what you're going to bring to my next issue in a minute. I'm such a mama's boy that, my mom usually tells me something. Not all the time, but most of the time, I tend to like, okay, mommy, I got you. Let me just check my phone quick. Nothing. So now I'm here. So my roommate has time to recover from his COVID, and I'm gonna be staying with my mom, which I love being with my mom. I love my mom so much. Honestly, if I don't get married or find a Mr. Right in the next couple of years, 9 out of 10 I'm gonna live with my mom, even by choice. Not because I have to, just by choice. Because I want my mom alone. I love my mom and make my mom get along very well for the most part. Now, only that sucks now is that before I do it here and there, now I have to travel from work from Brooklyn to Queens constantly back and forth for the next couple of days instead of doing it just once or twice when I spend the night at my mom's house. So moving on to the next issue about my mom. The reason my mom's not here with me, I'm by myself. My mom is fine, thank Jehovah God. She's good, but unfortunately upstairs, not right above me, but someone upstairs has been harassing my mom for a hot minute. Ever since my mom moved into this neighborhood, there's been this chick. I don't know her personally, but my mom tells me about her all the time. Has been harassing the fuck out of my mom. My mom don't bother. And first of all, before this, understand this. You don't gotta like everybody you meet. There's some people who you just don't vibe with. That's nature. That's life. You ain't gotta like every motherfucker, every bitch you encounter. As long as you don't harm them, and as long as you respect their privacy and their space. However, this chick does not like my mom. She makes comments about my mom's weight, where my mom dresses, my mom smoking, my mom's a smoker. And beginning it was little shit. But I guess as the time went on, this woman took it upon herself to continually pester my mother. And my mom my mom's up in age because I'm 30 years old. My mom's 19 years older than me. My mom had me when she was 19. I was nearly a miscarriage, but my mom sacrificed school so she made sure I didn't die in her womb. So moving on. My mom, keeps herself. My mom's like me a lot. For those who like me, my mom's like me, but she's just a lot smarter, and she's a lady, and she's hip, and got more of a cooler personality than me. But, my mom don't fuck with nobody. My mom ain't no punk bitch now. But my mom don't fuck with nobody. So one day, after the shit escalated between my mom and this lady on the second floor, not upstairs, because upstairs is a different neighbor. My mom met him. It's some white gentleman. She's cool with him. But it's a lady upstairs who just keeps fucking with my mom. And after my mom and her exchange words, because my mom like, what? I'm not fucking scared of you, bitch, da-da-da-da-da. The woman now gets her friends, gets guys that she deals with, just harass my mom. No one has done any physical harm to my mom, thank God, because I would go like Jeffrey Dahmer on a motherfucker if someone hurt my mom. But they're harassing my mom. They knock on my mom's door just to bother her. And when they see my mom outside, they say like they talking shit about her. They won't say her name or directly at her, but you know how you talk shit like, oh, look at that fat bitch, or look at her, Miss Bougie bitch. Think she better than everybody? They do that kind of stuff around her. And now my mom's not feeling uncomfortable in her own house because she lives by herself. So my mom's like, she's not a punk, but she's not a stupid either. And she worried about someone in her building, the lady upstairs or one of her goons fucking with her. And that's another reason why I came over sooner. Not only because of my roommate catching COVID, it's because Someone's fucking with my mom, and I don't fucking like that. And you know, I'm not saying I don't care if someone said I don't like her. You know, your mom's, you know, that's fine. You ain't gotta like my mom as long as you don't fucking bother her. But the moment you start fucking with my mom, making my mom feel uncomfortable in her own home, my mom pays good money to live in this neighborhood. This is not no fucking bullshit ass ghetto projects. This is a good neighborhood. And you know, my mom worked hard to get this place. Trust me. People know half the shit me and my family went through. They would, you know, leave us the fuck alone. And my mom don't bother nobody. I don't care if he don't like my mom. That's why I don't give a fuck if someone like doesn't like me. But my mom does not fuck with nobody. And it's the fact that, you know, you know, words are words. You know, words can be hurtful. You gotta learn to let that shit go through one after the other. But when someone's trying to start fucking intimidating you, make you uncomfortable with the place you pay rent in or pay your bills, mortgage, my mom pays mortgage. But, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. No adult, no human being for that matter should feel uncomfortable in a place they live in. That's not fucking fair. It's not at all. And it's one thing not to like someone, not to be cool, thinking, you know, they're not for you. That is 1000% fine. But don't bother that person either. And I live by this policy. If I'm not fucking with you, don't fuck with me. You don't gotta like each other, but dear God, leave me alone and I'll leave you alone. Because trust me, I'm not the baddest motherfucker in the world, but once you decide you're gonna make an issue with me, I will use any method. In the word of Leon Neville from King of Fighters Maximum Impact, to win, I will use any method. I will get the cops involved. I will make it other people's problem. I will fucking complain about it on social media. I will do everything in my power to let you know this person is fucking with me and you gotta go. So either you're gonna leave me alone peacefully or I'm gonna embarrass you. I'm gonna shame you. I'm gonna get you arrested until you leave me alone. Because I have no time when it comes to my safety and my comfort. I play dirty. Mind you, I don't look for trouble because I believe, you know, treat others how you want to be treated. I'll tell you guys that all the time for those who watch my stuff regularly. I'm a firm believer of treat people how you want to be treated. It's you don't treat a person the way you would want to be done to you. Don't do something fucked to somebody and not expect that shit be done back to you. I'm a huge believer of that. So now this lady is her family is bothering my mother for no reason. Because it started with this, because my mom's a smoker, as I already mentioned. My mom made sure, because when my mom started looking for houses to move into, she knows she smokes. My mom's not quitting smoking anytime soon. My mom's going to smoke to the day Jehovah comes for her. My mom's a smoker. So guess what? She made sure she can know, as you guys know, sorry to bounce around like this, there's certain places that allow smoking in New York. There's places, you know, you cannot smoke even in your own apartment in New York. My mom made sure she moved into a building that allows her to smoke. And now, and some of her neighbors don't like that, but majority of her neighbors like, you know, we don't like the smoking, but hey, that's what you do. This lady in particular had been mad at my mom ever since my mom began smoking in this building. In her apartment, because the walls are not that, you could smell the smoke through the walls, whatever the case may be. And the window be open sometimes too. And that would piss that lady off. And it says that lady's comment on my mom, the way my mom dresses, the way my mom dresses when she goes to work, or how my mom moves, the food she buys, and all that stuff. And you know, you can let that little dumb comments go away, but when that shit keeps escalating, it keeps escalating. And then, you know, and to the point my mom ended up confronting her. And after my mom told the lady off, lady go tells her friends about it. Go tells her what guy she deals. I'm not gonna act like this lady's a whore, anything like that. I don't know her personally. I just know this much. She keeps bothering my mom, and the shit's not cool. And to make matters worse, and this is the big one, and this is gonna take a little bit of imagination to believe. This lady might have a camera inside this household right now as I'm here. Because that's how she knows how my mom's wearing, what my mom's doing in her own apartment. Mind you, we're not Superman. We have X-ray vision in this motherfucker. No one is shadow cat, but they can just come up and down your house uninvited. Or night court teleporting your bitch. They had my mom's firmly believe this woman has a camera set up in this house somewhere. She don't know where, obviously. She knew she would get rid of it. That this woman could see when my mom's walking around her house naked, when my mom is using certain feminine products, when my mom's what food my mom's going to prepare, the whole nine. And it's like, what the fuck? My mom here has this, I'm not sure, I'm not that hip technology. My mom has this thing in her house where she, she can watch certain TV because she has to have traditional cable. She has like some other form of cable. And my mom's like, my mom set her password, everything. The next day, the password was reset. The email, everything was reset. And my mom's like, what the fuck? And mind you, my mom didn't do it. My mom lives alone. And I know a lot of people, I think, oh, your mom's probably crazy. You're crazy. But like, no, my mom doesn't bullshit about things like this. And I don't know, whoever's messaging, watching my live, you're gonna leave dumb messages, knock yourself out. I hardly pay attention to those. So my mom's going through this whole situation. And it's like, what the fuck? So my mom's like, what's going on, all that stuff. And it's just like, what the hell? And look at the messages on the thing. You guys should see them. They're pretty ridiculous. And I can hardly understand any of them. So I don't give a shit. You're watching me, though. But thank you. Thank you for the attention. It's very much fan behavior. But moving on. It's like, why is this woman bothering my mom? My mom don't fuck with no one. My mom just goes to work, works hard. Oh, no, Andy Christ. Honestly, this guy watched from the beginning. It's not supernatural. I wish it was supernatural. It'd actually be fucking cool. It's some lady upstairs that keeps fucking with my mom. Hopefully, I find out who it is soon. And thank you, Andy, for actually giving a comment that makes sense. But no, it's not some supernatural thing. It's some shit that's going on that I'm going to talk to my mom about more when she comes back from my grandma's house. And it's just fucking ridiculous. I don't know why. I don't know why this lady got an issue with my mom. It's ridiculous. I just hope the shit stops soon, because if this continues on, not only am I going to end up moving in, leaving my roommate, moving in with my mom, I'm going to make it my business to make this black person's life as miserable as they're making my mother's. No way. It's one thing if my mom wanted to stay at my grandma's house, because she misses her mom and she's want to visit. But my mom actually left her own place that she worked hard to pay bills in and to be comfortable in, just so she get away from the harassment. And it's fuck. See, me, I'm not scared like that. My thing is, once I'm in the home, bitch, you fuck with me. But I'm a whole different brand of wild. And trust me, I consider myself a decent human being, but I'm also like this. I've been through a lot of shit in my life where, you're not going to scare me of my own comfort, especially when I did not done no wrong to you. But anyways, that's enough. I want to chat on that. Maybe, because I'm not a person like to give fake promises. If when my mom comes home and she wants to talk about it more and she feels comfortable to talk about it with you guys on here, I'll ask her. But that's something she has to want to do. I'm not going to force her to do that. For those who don't believe me, that's fine. You can't help me if you do believe me. But I'm going to move on to a topic real quick. Now to Tekken. I'm not sure you guys watched the 2D Menace video or even follow Twitter stuff. But Nee, the Tekken player Nee, I'm pretty sure anyone who plays Tekken casually or watch tournaments knows who Nee is. He made a comment about the 2D characters like Akuma and Geese being cheap. Oh, Zim, I'm very sorry about your mom. I'm happy my mom's alive, but I'm sorry to hear about your mom, Zim. I really am. I'm sorry about that, Zim, and I hope your mom's resting peacefully. So that's that stuff going on. So he makes a comment on something about, the 2D characters are cheap. Then another popular YouTuber, I don't know much about him, something like the main man, makes a comment to Nee saying like, like you are just complaining, like these cars are not cheap, and da 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 da. You guys are the Korean players are just a bunch of complainers. Something of those lines. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But anyway, the point is the main man disagreed with Nee said about the 2D cars in Tekken 7. So Nee, like, the Nee and him have a little tit for tat, nothing major, a little tit for tat, need pretty much towards him a scrubman. Like, your opinion is nothing to me because you're not that good. And there's a little controversy on the Tekken community because some people feel like, the 2D characters are not that fucking strong. They're good. Yeah, they got meter, but they're not that strong. Then there's Tekken players like me, who feel like, God, the 2D characters are not too overpowered. God, that's why you shouldn't talk and eat at the same time. Why we don't care, y'all saw that. The 2D characters are not that overpowered, but I do feel like they do hurt the Tekken meta. Like, honestly, I don't hate Akuma or Geese Howard, but if I knew what I knew now about those characters' playstyle, I hope, other than Eliza, because she's the original Tekken character, I pray from Tekken 8 and forward, we get no more 2D characters who play like 2D characters with meter or that EX shit. If a 2D character ever added Tekken, they must play full 3D for me to be cool with them. The moment they get any 2D gimmicks, like projectile spamming or, jumping in the air, they gotta go. So I'm not saying, trust me, Akuma and Geese are a pain in the ass, but there's Fakrum, there's Leroy, there's Julia, there's Paul, there's Law, there's other characters that are full-blown Tekken that are much more hard to deal with than Akuma and Geese. That does not mean that I think Akuma and Geese should be allowed, or any character who plays like Akuma and Geese should be allowed in future Tekken games. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So, let me just check what's going on. Give me 1 second, guys. Nothing super important. Okay, obviously, I didn't answer it. So, that's the whole thing with the Tekken controversy. It's nothing bad considering what's been going on in the Tekken fight scene lately. But I do agree with Nee, not because he's a popular Tekken player. It's just because I don't think the 2D characters are cheap, but they don't play Tekken enough for me to want them back in the future Tekken games. Hey, Miss Anna, what's up? Tell Lisa and Kinshell I said hello. And I love you guys. So anyway, guys, that's all I'm going to discuss today. If you want to catch the whole drama in my life from the beginning, just rewind the video or whatever. So anyways, my fans who watch my YouTube, my Tekken stuff, I won't be uploading videos. If you watch the beginning, you'll know why. For a couple of days from now, because I have to give my roommate some time to recover. Thank you, Miss Anna. I love you so much. But once my roommate is good and he's back to feeling normal, like he got the COVID out of his system, I promise you guys, despite work and everything, I'll be uploading Tekken content and other games like a motherfucker. But for right now, just bear with me and just enjoy the content I already have on my channel. And that's all I can ask. If you unsubscribe during that time, I completely understand. No hard feelings. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. Peace and take care. And please remember, treat people how you want to be treated. That's all I got to say. Love you guys.